Hello everyone and welcome back to Guild Wars 2. Today we are near the cusp of level 10 and I thought I'd start this episode off with one of the world bosses. And if I turn around you can see I am joined by many other people and more to come here at the God's Lost Swamp, where we're going to fight one of the many timed bosses all around the world, and this one in particular is the Shadow Behemoth. Now I've been waiting here for about the last 5 minutes, and the area around you gets darker. There's a weird eerie noise in the background that gets whinier and whinier. This is just one of many various bosses that are around the world. There's some in the Shiver Peaks, there's some over here. There's tons of them all over, and if I get a chance I will show each of them to you. This one is quite a special one. We're going to be working on trying to bring out this Shadow Behemoth. You can see secrets in the swamp down here. Underworld forces have been spotted outside the swamp. Time remaining to draw out the Shadow Behemoth. 14 minutes. It will show itself in a minute, and then we'll get to join in with the fight. Then I'll go in to explain all the stuff that I've managed to get, all the weapons that I've managed to acquire, and basically what we've done up to this point. And then once we hit that level 10, we will start 10's personal story. Until then, let's wait for this Shadow Behemoth to arrive. You see with people with their different mounts. There's a nice crystal skin on the Raptor mount there. There is a that's what they called skipper. I can't remember what they're called. Skimmer. That's it. Some skimmer mounts there. There's a sky scale, another raptor, another skimmer. There's a dreadnought raptor there, and there's another sky scale. Things that we will eventually get when we head down to the Path of Fire expansion. Oh, here we go, it's starting up. So we have to destroy these portals. This stuff is heavily over leveled for us, but we should be fine. We've got a bunch of people with us. We'll probably get to level 10 before the boss even spawns. People are clearing out the portals, and here it is, the Shadow Behemoth. There it is, one of the many world bosses. There you go. Let's start walking up and hitting it best we can. Oh, that's a loud noise. We're just going to keep whacking it in the face. Destroy some of these portals. Screwing up for a big attack. I don't have the ability to weapon swap yet, otherwise I'd be using a ranged weapon here to attack these a bit more frequently. There's someone's downed here, let's bring them up. There we go. And then we'll put a shield around them. Let's make our passive. It's slowly but surely going down. Down to 50. Start knocking out some of these portals. Now I've zoomed all the way out. If I were to zoom in, looks massive. Oh, that's why everyone else can get the portals. They use their mounts. We are here. Let's give to all of them. It's going to come down for another attack. there. Comes. Let's give it all we got. Can we burst it down? 10%? No. It is going to die soon though, by the looks of things. It's very close to death. You may have noticed we're not really under much trouble here. Like, it's definitely not terribly dangerous. This is one of the, I would say, more easier world bosses, especially when you've got a big Zerg like this. More or less everyone just takes care of the portals and you can just stand here and whack away. Just like that. It's dead. And we get a nice big chest in the middle with some loot. The thing goes away and we have banished the Shadow Behemoth. Lovely. Right, everyone's going to fly away. We got a few things happen. First of all, we got the level 10. There we go. Our personal explorational story has unlocked. And we get the weapon swapping. And that's our stuff coming up. We've got a few things. First of all, our inventory is full. Mainly because I was going to show you the various bits and bobs that we have gathered. But before that, let's go to somewhere a bit less swampy. Let's go return back to Shaymore. And we will talk a bit about what I've got here. Let's go up here to this house. About the new stuff we have acquired. So we picked up a longbow with that. We got some gathering stuff from some of our quests. We'll equip those now. We've got a amber pebble, which is like an upgrade slot, we think. We got a resilient Crichton sword, which we can equip. Looks like that. We've got an axe. An axe is something we cannot equip just yet. We have to wait until we're a firebrand for that. We got some more pauldrons, which will come in handy when we're level 14. We got some goodie bags, which we'll open in a sec. We also got this dagger, which is an item we can't use. A torch, which is something we can use in our offhand. So we've got some crafting materials here, which we can use to craft stuff. And we've got some various different armor upgrades. That one's actually better than we've got, which I'll wear now. And so is that. So now we've also got our first weapon, weapon swap unlocked. So now we can wield two weapons at the same time. First, let's go through what these new skills are. So here we have on the shield, we have the Shield of Judgment, which kind of pushes out like a protective wave for allies and deals damage. It deals damage to enemies. And then we have like a Shield of Absorption, which moves around with us and blocks incoming ranged attacks. We have the Greatsword now as a weapon choice now as well, and we have like a basic swing there. And I believe the third one gives us Might, which is a damage increasing buff. Then we have this Whirling Wrath, which is the spin to win kind of projectile thing. We have a Leap, which is nice to get around. We have a symbol here, a symbol of Resolution, which will give us Resolution, which decreases incoming damage as long as we're within it. And next we have a Binding Blade. So this chucks out a blade at an enemy, and then we can activate it again to bring it to us. We also unlocked one of our first virtues, which is the unique thing to Guardians, and this basically has an always-on passive effect, and when you activate it, it activates the active effect. You can tell how close we are to triggering the passive effect of this by the blue flames above our thing. So when they're quite high like this, it's going to be quite frequent that we get the passive effect of it. So the burns foes every few attacks is the passive effect, and burning is causes condition damage. Like you can see here, every 2 seconds 30 damage. Or when we activate it, me and like so, there we go. Me and nearby allies now will be doing 60 burning damage, in addition to our power attacks from the Greatsword. Okay, so swapping weapons around. If I equipped the sword and the torch, I can show you the new sword skills. So the sword has a basic kind of attack combo, so slash, slash, and then it sends out multiple waves of attacks that strike multiple targets. Then we have a symbol of blades that it says teleport to the target and blind them, and then it creates a symbol out of feet which damages allies. I could show you, but yeah, it gives us a teleport, creates this symbol, which is a nice little thing. And then we have Zealot's Defense, which kind of like gives it like this protective field in front of us, and that shoots out magical projectiles. Then we have the Torch, which is good for like fire-based stuff. So first we have Zealot's Flame. It starts off by giving us 4 flames there, and then we can cast it again to send out a burst of fire. And of course that all does fire damage. And then we have Cleansing Flame, which is kind of like a breath weapon attack. It's a cool little thing. So for our weapons, I think I'm going to use a sword and shield, because I like the idea of the sword and shield. And then for the rest, we're going to send it, we're going to compact it, we're going to send away all the materials to our thing. And then we're going to open up some of these bags we've got here, which is giving us some weapons, some items, crafting items, and some gold. We'll send those to the thing. So there is a handy box up here. You can deposit all materials. It sends it to our crafting bank, which is a bank shared between all of your characters, and there's a bunch of stuff in there that I've got from obviously playing this game. Like you can see, I've got 400 gold, blah blah blah. And then compact to keep it all nice and tidy. We will get some more bags. We will get bigger bags at the moment, and then we will also we will then reduce down some of these weapons that we don't intend to use anymore. We'll dismantle them with that, and yeah, then we super reduce our army. We can get rid of this starting stuff because we won't need it. I'll keep hold of the torch for now, just in case we want to swap over to the torch. We will go quickly sell this stuff to the nearest vendor we can find, and then we'll read the mail we just received. So let's have a look. Petra, feeling better? As soon as you're up and around again, come visit me and my father at the inn. We've been worried about you. Also, Daddy's giving anyone who toasts your speedy recovery a free drink, so we're going broke. Anyway, come see us soon, and let us know that you're all right. Okay, so we're going to head off into Divinitys Reach, and from there we will go and see Petra, who is someone from, I think it's like our stepsister or something, but we shall find out. Okay, so welcome to Divinitys Reach, this massive human city that sits here in the middle, with tons of different districts and things. And I'm not going to bother going through all of this stuff and exploring the whole thing, otherwise we'll be over here forever. We're going to run it over to the Selma district, which is our little home instance, where we're going to start the first part of our personal story. And now there's a bunch of NPCs around here. That's the thing I like about Guild Wars 2 cities, is that they feel super populated, especially Divinitys Reach. It's super vibrant with all these NPCs walking everywhere. Oh, excuse me. There's like a bunch of vendors. Let's quickly go over and get this waypoint. Go. We have got this speed buff. I think that's just from a remnant of maybe another character or something. But you can see all these different buildings. The sense of enormity you get from this game in the cities is truly tremendous. There's some of the crafting disciplines you can do. So we got up here, but he's like a leather worker. We can start to learn leather working. You know, all these massive areas here. There's like a tailor, there's armor smithing, there's blacksmithing, there's a jewelers, there's an artificing, there's all sorts of crafting disciplines you can have. Various different bits around as we walk towards the Selma district. Yeah, so this is, we're looking down on Rurikton now. This will become important somewhat later, where see, humans, some of the humans were originally from over here in the first game, Ascalon, and a lot of their refugees have ended up, because this is all Char homelands now, which are these big kind of minotaur looking people. and most of them have ended up now in Rurikton, in this little refugee area, and a lot of their, in fact there's a portal over there, can you see that? That will take you to Ebonhawk, which is one of the cities in the Fields of Ruin down here. This big circle that's Ebonhawk, one of the last human cities in Ascalon. Now we are not, we're not at ends with the Char. In the story there kind of is like a truce being negotiated, but as far as I'm concerned, we haven't been fighting the Char for the last 20 years in game. Most of that stuff was the first game kind of idea. Yeah. Anyway, here's the gate to the Salma district we're about to approach, and that's our first little bit of story. And here's other people obviously in their home instance. Alright, let's go in. Yes, on the mend. Okay. Here we go. Here's our little home instance. So now we're actually inside the mission, and at any point actually as well outside of doing missions, we can enter this home instance, and it'll be populated with various different things that we unlock throughout the story. So if we save a particular piece, type of people or whatever, they might show up in our home instance and things like that. It's something that constantly keeps getting upgraded. You can also get items out in the world, like mining nodes and things that you can come back here every day and mine and things like that. Anyway, we're going to go over and speak to find Petra. Oh, what's this? A bunch of bandits outside the thing. That's.
Keep walking. If you ain't a friend of Big Nose Ted, you ain't welcome here.
Well, I'll see if I anything.
Come on, sweetness, just one dance. Let's see where it takes us.
Only if you get a job, a haircut, and a clue. And maybe not even then.
Okay, what's going on here? Twitchy Jake, Big Nose Ted, Dead-Eye Della. These don't sound good.
Start bringing a big dog to work.
Yeah, that's probably sounds like a go. Here's Petra.
I'm so glad to see you. I heard that you were up and around, but I was still worried.
I'm fine. Thanks for coming to see me. You know I love you and your father, but you both worry too much.
That's because you take too many risks.
Hey, girl! Stop gabbing and bring me a drink.
I think you've had enough, buddy. You're cut off. Now get out of my tavern.
Don't make me cripple you, old man. Give me more ale, and this time, it's on the house.
Leave my father alone, you ugly goon, or I'll call the Seraph.
Ugly? I'll show you ugly, honey.
Uh-oh.
For a fight, 'cause now you got one. Let him have it.
Oh, it's knocked out. Andrew.
I'm here, Dad. It's Petra. Help is on the way.
Oh, let's deal with these people then. Right, let's move in. Start using some of our stuff. Unlock our virtue. Let's give some boons there to our people in the back fighting. It's our little teleport ability. Finish off these scouts. Uptown Johnny. There we go. People have run upstairs. Let's go and help here. There's this person called Blaze. Let's deal with this. How dare you attack my family? You will die if you keep doing this. Go. Everyone's kind of resting up down here. Anyway. Alright, let's head up and try and find this big Ted.
Pound you into the ground like a big nail.
Really? I'd like to see you try. My name isn't Ten Lamore. They're not particularly hard, these story instances, but they're good little missions. Stuff definitely gets harder later on, especially with the expansions. Oh, we've got a rogue here. We're gonna fend off this twitchy Jake. Activate our virtue. Get some burning on him. Magic attack. Teleport and act that symbol. And slowly but surely, fended off. Now, you big-nosed Ted.
Let's play who can hit the hardest. I'll go first.
Bring it. It's like mini boss. Now you've noticed big-nosed Ted up here has he has a bronze ring, a copper ring. That means he's a veteran, which means he's slightly harder than other enemies and about. He's slightly harder than your average level 10 enemy, but nothing we can't handle, like so. Okay, at a half a man to chuck these people out of this pub, out of this tavern. Well, let's go check on Petra and Andrew, make sure they're okay. Oh, who is this now?
Bandits, thieves, and brawlers. By order of the Ministry Guard, you are all under arrest.
Hey, they started it. I was just offending my friend.
Commander Sarantine, what's the meaning of this? What are you doing here?
Nice of you to show up, Captain. I'm here keeping the peace. Something you and your Seraph can't seem to do.
Thanks to your interference. There's no way I'm letting you take the hero who fought beside me at Shaymore Garrison. I'll vouch for this one.
Now who's interfering? And on behalf of a mere commoner? What foolishness. Guards! Take the rest of these maggots to the prison. We're done here.
Captain, please, that ugly goon hurt my father. Can you help us?
That looks nasty. It could take weeks to heal without the right medicine. And that medicine is expensive.
I hate to call in a marker, Captain, but I did help you when you needed it. Mind if I ask you to return the favor?
For the hero of Shaymore? Done. Talk to Lieutenant Francis at the 9th Company's base camp. Tell him I sent you. And he'll give you all the supplies you need.
Okay, so there we go. We had our first interaction between some of the factions in this world. So we got.
We'll have to start arresting a better class of villain.
So we've got Logan Thackeray here, who you notice has these purple thing. That means he's legendary, and they are normally very super hard enemies to defeat. So Logan Thackeray here, captain of the guard, as we figured out, and he's calling us the hero of Shaymore because we fought alongside of him. He's commander of the Seraph, which I like the guard, the police, and those people who just left. I just wonder if we can still see them. Yeah, they're walking off over there with the big-nosed Ted and things. Those are the Ministry Guard, and they're kind of like the private guard of like the noblemen, of like people that would stay up in the higher areas, kind of thing. And the ministers, and that is them. We can go over and have a little check on Andrew here.
Yes.
Seems to be pretty knocked out.
How do you do?
But yeah, anyway, we got some equipment for that. We got 3 bags of loot, which I'll open up. And we got some new gauntlets. I went for the ones with power because that just buffs our main damage. We've got this bag, let's slot that in. Any of this new stuff any good for us? Not particularly, so I'm just going to go ahead and disenchant it down and deposit stuff. Okay, and that's the first part of our story instance done. And now we have to go and talk to this Lieutenant Francis. Let's leave the instance. Okay, now this Lieutenant Francis is back out in the world, and it's by the Shaymore Fields. Now I do have the waypoint unlocked for there, so we're going to go ahead and go straight there and continue on with the story. There he is.
You're doing it wrong. Take everything in at once and look for disturbances in the patterns.
Oh.
2 guards talking. Lieutenant Francis! How can I help you, citizen? How are the Seraph holding up? Between bandits, centaurs, and standard crime, we're stretched pretty thin. Is there anything else? Yeah, how bad is the bandit situation? We're holding, but I don't have the troops or resources to launch a strong counterattack. For now, all we can do is hold our ground. How can bandits stand up to you? You're the law! There are debates going on within the Seraph. It's my belief that the bandits have a backer in Divinitys Reach. Who do you suspect? They're getting help from someone with a lot of influence. They're organised, well-equipped and informed. They know things they shouldn't know. You're doing the best you can do with what you got, which is the mark of a leader. Thank you. I wish I could do more. With the centaurs on one side of the bandits on the other, it's all we can do to keep the peace. Interesting that he says he reckons there's a backer within the city of Divinitys Reach, which we can get an amazing view of over there. I wonder who that is. I really do think, because we've just seen the Ministry Guard take the bandits away, and they seem quite intent on doing so. Ministry Guards work for ministers and things, so let's see what happens with that. Captain Thackeray said you can provide me with medical supplies. I'm sorry, I'd like to, especially if Captain Thackeray sent you, but all of our medical supplies were stolen by bandits. Of course they were. A good friend of mine needs her supplies. How can I help? Maybe we can help each other. The bandits probably stored the supplies deep in their hideout, in the caves south of Shaymore Fields. Recover them and your friend will get the first batch. Deal. I'll be back soon with the supplies. Okay. Find the stolen medical supplies in the caves of Shaymore Fields. So they're just over here. So we're going to take a quick hop, skip and a jump over. And we will have a little look. I never really took the time to appreciate Queensdale, which is this first region that we start in. It's probably the first place I ever went to when I first started playing. But like the design of stuff, and you know, like these massive irrigators, and like these huge windmills. Like the terrain itself is actually very, very beautiful. I've kind of just run around it nowadays on my high level character and just kind of ignore a lot of this stuff. See, there's tons of bandits all over the place over here. And that's hopefully something that I will come out during this Let's Play, is I get to see more and enjoy more of like these old regions, and like trying to truly appreciate them as I walk around. But here we go. There's some bandit over here. Let's go help this person out.
You can never have too much treasure.
No, you can never have too much treasure. Alright, here's the entrance to the next instance. Yes, desperate medicine. Lovely concept artwork here. Here we go.
Petra, what are you doing here? How did you find this place?
I followed you. I'm not going to sit around and worry about my father when I can help. Families look out for each other. You're like family too. I'm not losing either of you. Not without a fight.
Fine, you can help. But stay close and be careful.
Okay.
I can take care of myself.
So Petra's here
You're the
with...
one who just got out of the hospital. It feels good swinging Miss Timber again. She's been tucked away behind the bar for too long.
A bit of wood, Miss Timber. That looks like the bandit mark there. Okay, let's go down into this cave.
I hate when Ted leaves Jake in charge. He just took all the loot away to organize it. We better what in the... Get him!
Yep. So don't go after Petra. Let's fight these people off. Boom. There we go. Let's run in and just storm the place.
Look, Moas! They're big but skittish. It would be real easy to spook them.
Sounds like an idea. Let's go over and spook them.
Remember when we used to ride Rancher Meppy's herd? I bet these birds are just as skittish.
Okay. What? Any
We need
ideas?
those supplies. It's not just the wound. My dad will shrivel up and die if he can't work.
How do we get these things to move? So the mowers are asleep right now, but they're notoriously excitable. If you startle one, the entire flock could stampede. Boot the mower in the butt or gently push the mower towards the exit cave. Do that.
We should check it out.
Fine. Anything to keep those walking balls of feathers and guano quiet.
Okay, looks like we're going to have someone down to investigate. Boot me in the butt. There we
Look
go.
at those feathers fly.
Blasted moas around. Get those stupid birds under control.
There we go. That should distract a few of them long enough. Let's go and take these two out. Let's give her a protection buff. Count these two bandits. There's another one here. We can deal with another one. Let's continue our way in to look for some more supplies. You with me, Petra? There we are.
Is it just me? Or does everything taste better out of silver mugs?
I think it's because it's got that nice just stolen feel to it.
Thieves. Cannot abide by them. Wipe them out. Look, we've got some enemies up there. Looks like
It's that do-gooder from the bar. Recruits, kill this clown!
It sounded like one of the slobs who messed up the bar.
Yep.
They're supposed to be in jail.
They are supposed to be in jail. What's going on there? We can nothing we can't deal with.
Hey, I need backup over here.
Who is it? Twitchy Jake is the rogue.
Heads right hand man.
Nothing we can't deal with. You, sir, are supposed to be in jail.
Your eyes open. We got
No, we're going to keep fighting you.
Surrender.
Stop! I give up! I've seen the error of my ways, and it's the straight and narrow from here on, I swear it. By Dwayne's tears, alright, I'll let you live, but I'm keeping an eye on you. How dare you? I'm in the middle of a conversation. Bandit bodyguard. Okay, let's get these medical supplies. The contents are jumbled together, search your chest. At the bottom you find a wooden box of Seraph medical supplies. Take the medical supplies.
Tell him Twitchy Jake.
Hey! It's turning his back. Okay, but this time, no prisoners.
Don't you know who I am?
Everything bad. Sure. Let's get his bodyguards. There we go. Rabble.
I've got to get these supplies back to the Seraph. I'll bring your father what he needs right after I talk to Lieutenant Francis.
All right, but hurry. I'll go check on Dad. See you back at the tavern.
Okay.
I'll see you soon.
Right, let's head out of these caves. Let's leave the incidents. Let's return back to Lieutenant Francis with the supplies. There's more bandit scouts on our way out. Nothing we can't deal with. Looks like it's night time here in Terra at the moment. It's the moon up in the sky. Let's run past all these bandits up there and head back to Lieutenant Francis. Yes, so yes, that guy. What's his name? Twitchy Jake, out of jail somehow. I remember what we were talking about earlier. In the employ of the Ministry Guard. That's definitely. It definitely sounds like someone has. It definitely sounds like they definitely either didn't, you know, if they either let him out of prison or didn't even take him to prison. So something is definitely up there, and I definitely suspect Logan Thackeray would need.
No offense to you guys, but Logan is where the action happens. I've seen more combat in a day than he's seen all year.
More combat? More food, maybe.
Yeah, it's something that Logan Thackeray definitely needs to hear about. I've got the medical supplies. That's quite a feat. No wonder Captain Thackeray trusts you. I saw Twitchy Jake with the supplies, but the Ministry Guard arrested him. Why is he out? That scoundrel's free again? After you take the medicine to your friend, report to Captain Thackeray. He needs to know about Twitchy Jake's early release. I will, thanks. Right, speak to Andrew. Let's go back inside Divinity's Reach and get the supplies back to Andrew, our adopted father. Let's go back into our district. Desperate medicine. And then we need to have words with Captain Thackeray. Let's head in. Hopefully no more bandits are here this time. Everything seems to be fine. The coast seems clear for now.
You're back! They're upstairs. Take a left. First door on the right. Quick!
Okay, thank you. Andrew.
Easy, Andrew. Here, drink this. It probably tastes terrible, but it'll get you back on your feet.
Settle down, Dad. I'm here now, and you'll be better soon. Thanks to you, my friend. And please, can you thank Captain Thackeray for us?
Of course. I need to speak with him anyway. I've learned something important he needs to know.
Yes. Let's go speak to Captain Thackeray. And according to this, I always lose where... Oh, there it is. He's nearby. There he is. With this new character. Who is this?
Captain Thackeray? What are you doing here?
We came to check on the tavern keeper. And on you. But where are my manners? Allow me to introduce Countess Anise, Master Exemplar of the Shining Blade.
Oh.
It's an honor, milady. Captain, I found the medical supplies, but there's something else. Twitchy Jake was there. He's free, even though he was arrested in the tavern brawl.
Is that so? There's been no trial. Those troublemakers should still be in prison, unless they've been deliberately freed. But who would do that? And why?
They'll never tell us willingly. I'd send someone to infiltrate their hideout, but they know my serf.
I'll go. I don't want Big-Nosed Ted and his gang on the loose, and I still owe them for hurting my friend.
What a brave little soldier you are. You'll need a disguise, of course. Hooligans only talk freely to each other.
I can tell you where their hideout is. All you need is an outfit from one of the bandits themselves, and you're in.
Leave it to me. I'll get the gear I need to blend in and see what they're up to.
Outstanding. Pull this off, and you'll be doing Kryta and her queen a great service. And you will have impressed me yet again. Good luck. Undercover work is tricky. To pull this off, you'll have to eat, breathe, think, and stink like a bandit.
Interesting. Right. I'm going to... We got a choice of weapons here. We can either get a new shield, a malign torch, or a staff. Now I've not shown off staff yet, so let's take a staff, and I'll show you the staff stuff. Well, a few other things here. We also got our next level up, level 11, which has gave us our second virtue. It's a virtue of resolve. So this one regenerates health over time, and then we can activate it to get like a universal heal, or to get to heal our allies, much more like with our virtue. We've also unlocked a new skill that we can purchase with some of the skill points we have got. So we can go into spirit weapons, which lets us summon spectral weapons. Signet trainings, which are kind of like passives that you can activate to get better effects. Meditations, which are kind of like some one-off effects, and there's very different things that are in here. Consecrations, which are normally kind of like fields and like protection stuff, and then shouts, which are again, it's like it's a shout. It's what it sounds like. Now we have 8 points, so we could afford to put 8 points in. We can only equip 1, however. So I don't know really what we want. The Signet of Wrath, maybe? I don't know. We could go up to... So this takes 11. So we can go up to there if we wanted. Reduces all incoming damage. So for return percentage of damage dealt. Shadow tap to an ally targeted area and hit around them. Don't think we want any of that. Purging Flames sounds good. We'll get that for now. And we'll add that to our bar. Purging Flames. So this basically lets us pop down, if I go outside, basically lets us pop down a small area, and that'll add to our little fire stuff that we're doing, which is a nice little boon. Yeah, so that's our hero point stuff there. And also, yes, let's talk about the Shining Blade. So Countess Anise, lead exemplar of the Shining Blade. Let's head out against this as well. So what you need to know is that Shining Blade is kind of like the Queen's personal guard and somewhat of a spy network as well, kind of. So that's who they are. Right, we need to head out and obtain a bandit disguise. Now apparently there's next part of the mission is going to be there. I'll teleport to Shaymore. There we go. Right, and I think we will catch up with you guys next time, where we'll be heading to the graveyard up here to go and get ourselves a Bandits disguise. Right. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time.